Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Art with Liz. Those of you who are here in person, those of you who are streaming online with YouTube, those of you who are Zooming in from the comfort of your home studios. I want to start by thanking the Hoboken Public Library for allowing us to have these hybrid art classes. It is just such a delight for me to be able to work with folks in all different locations. And it is just a treat that the library is affording us in these, dare I say, wild and crazy times. Art is a way for us to stay focused and have a way for us to enjoy ourselves no matter what situation we are in. We are now in the month of October, and I like to have a theme for each month because it helps me to really create a way to inspire us in the work that we're going to do throughout the month. It is National Latino Heritage Month in the United States, and because of that, we are going to look at and celebrate the art of people of Latino and Hispanic heritage. But I'm combining that subject, that theme, with nature and changes in nature because we have entered the autumnal season here on the eastern seaboard of the United States. And sometimes we're going to be looking at artists who work with that theme, the theme of nature and changes in nature. Sometimes we're going to be looking at artists because of their ethnic background. And sometimes we're going to be looking at artists who work with nature, natural form, who are also Latino, Latina, or Hispanic. Today, we are going to look at an extraordinary woman named Maria Nunez del Prado. And Ms. Nunez del Prado, is a celebrated Bolivian sculptor, or was. She was born October 17th, 1910, in La Paz, Bolivia, and she died September 9th, 1995, aged 84, in Lima, Peru. And 1994, she was 84 years old. Yeah, and she died in Lima, Peru. She was, oh, and we're going to start with a slideshow of her work because I think that will help you get pumped up and energized for the work that we're going to do today in class. She was one of the most respected sculptors from Latin America. Some think maybe one of the greatest sculptors from Latin America who ever lived. So let's start looking at her work. While we're looking at her work, I'm going to talk a little bit about her life and her career. Maria Nunez del Prado. Oh, I put Mexican. It's Bolivian, so forgive me. That's a big boo-boo. She is Bolivian. And it's very important to know that she was Bolivian. It was important to her as an artist, and I'm going to explain why when we talk about her life. She based many of her sculpture on the female form, as well as taking inspiration from animals and landscapes native to Bolivia. Her work is very sensuous, as you can see in this slide, with lots of rolling curves. She carved many of her works, and she liked to use native Bolivian woods, as well as black granite, alabaster, basalt, and white onyx. Those are all different kinds of stone. I'm not sure what this one is, but I'm guessing it might be basalt. And I think this may be White Venus, which she carved in 1960. It is a stylized, no, this is not White Venus, sorry. This is Mother and Child, which was sculpted in white onyx, sorry, not basalt. Mother and Child. And it is celebrating indigenous Bolivian culture, which was very important to her in her work. Was she indigenous? No, she was not indigenous. Great question, whoever asked that question. She was not. So a little bit about Bolivia. I am not an art historian. I am not an anthropologist, but a little bit that I learned. Bolivia is known and famous for its architecture, its oil industry, and its art. Its art is very distinct, but heavily influenced by Western artistic movements because Bolivia was colonized by much of South America, and these Western art movements were introduced. Movements like neoclassicism had a negative effect on Bolivian sculpture, but Bolivia still managed to have three of its own stylistic periods, known as mannerism, realism, and hyperrealism. And each period had a handful of artists who produced many unique Bolivian-styled works. For example, in the hyper-realist period, there were artists who made sculptures with real props attached to them, such as wigs or glasses. And there was also a slight focus on religion with pieces like Christ of La Recoleta and Virgin of Copacabana. Yes. La Paz was founded by Alonso Mendoza in 1548. It is the birthplace of our artist today, Marina Núñez del Prado. Due to art being imported from Spain, stylistic movements such as Baroque found their way into La Paz and were taught in Lake Titicaca School. Later, Mestizo, Baroque, Neoclassicism, and eventually Rococo began influencing the art and architecture of La Paz. There was a bird. It looks like a bird. I agree. Very sexy bird. A very sensuous sculpture. She loved curves and rounded shapes. Yes. So while there was a lot of influence from newer movements like abstraction in Bolivia, particularly around 1956, there was also a growing interest in folk art and other traditional art styles. So Marina was born in La Paz on October 17th, 1910, and she first discovered her love of art in her youth, like many of the artists we've talked about in this class. And she was studying sculptural modeling techniques in La Paz. Her passion for sculpture was inspired by the work of Michelangelo. We've looked at his work, as well as Miguel Angel. Now, I don't know if he was a Bolivian sculptor or from another South American country. I don't know. She later went on to study fine art at the Academy of Fine Arts in La Paz. She graduated in 1930. And very soon after her graduation, she had her first of several exhibitions in La Paz. And she became an instructor there and then became the first ever woman to chair the academy. Very sexy, yes. Do we like it? Okay, can anyone put into words why you like this sculpture? It's very smooth. I want to touch it, right? Not only is it sensuous, it has that wonderful quality of being very tactile. The reflection of the light makes it very, very wonderful to look at. It's very flowing. This one is probably marble, but again, I'm guessing. It could be onyx. So she primarily focused her work on the animals and landscapes native to Bolivia in her early part of her career. Again, very sensuous with rolling curves. She used black granite. This could be black granite. Shiny like that, right? Very, very shiny. So at this period in her life, she began exhibiting locally, even while she was teaching. She collaborated with various artists, and she started focusing on the rights of indigenous people and became involved in the political ideology centered on the relationship of the indigenous population with the government. In 1938, she left her job at the university and her home city of La Paz and started traveling. She specialized in artistic anatomy, and she won a gold medal while in Argentina in 1936 and also in Berlin in 1938. The next several years, she traveled through Peru, Uruguay, and Argentina. She also went to Egypt, parts of Europe, and studied for 8 years in New York on a fellowship and was awarded the America Association highest award from the America Association of University Women. She won a gold medal for an exhibition while in New York, and the exhibition was called Miners in Rebellion. The work was centered on the workers of the Bolivian region of Potosi. So this is carved from wood. Again, her love for the curve in her work. Also for negative space. You see how she carved the openings in the sculpture. And we've talked, those of you who are my veteran students, we've talked about the negative space and how wonderful that empty space can be. For me, these kind of openings are some of the most satisfying shapes in a work of art. Whether it's two-dimensional or three-dimensional, my eye is drawn first to those voids in a work of art. In 1948, she moved back to La Paz, and she continued to make works inspired by the indigenous peoples of South America, as well as the landscape and culture of her homeland. But then in 1972, She met her husband, who was Peruvian. He was a writer, and she moved with him to Peru. I love Peru personally. Anyone here ever been to Peru? I've never been to Bolivia. Yeah, you've been to you've been everywhere, Estee. Your hand goes up. Again, definitely her love for the female form. This one is just, notice the extraordinary balance in this piece. Well, there may be, I'm guessing, there may be a steel support in the base of this piece. I don't know, John. There's somebody behind the sculpture holding it up. But sometimes in sculpture like this, there is some kind of rod that supports the weight of the sculpture because, you know, the base has to be wider than the top.
Liz, and also sometimes they use epoxy.
It has to be really darn good epoxy. Yes.
The scale on that, like, is that life size? Is that the size that we first?
Oh, you know, I don't have that kind of information. I don't have that kind of information. Please, those of you who are good at researching, I do have the belief somewhere in here, it says that her works are large. So I don't have the exact dimensions for you. Monumental, I think, was the word used to describe her work. I'm sorry? I don't know. I don't know. It's dreidel? It looks like a dreidel, a little. All right. During her very successful career, she met very successful artists and outstanding other successful artists, Picasso, Brancusi, etc. Whether or not they influenced her work, I don't know, but my guess is they must have, or she influenced them, vice versa.
It's called Standing Woman.
Yes, I think her work is just wonderful. One critic says that her work had 4 periods. The first period is characterized by the musical thematic of her work. The second period is characterized by the use of bidimensional sculpture and a social thematic. I don't know what bidimensional means. The third period is characterized by the tridimensional stone sculpture. It is also known as the maternal period because of her Aymara Madonnas and other depictions of indigenous women. And finally, the fourth period is the neo-abstract, which has been influenced by Picasso, Archipenko, and Mills, other artists. One critic argues that her work is characterized by strength, grace, and monumentality. He also points out that her works revolve around the thematic of race, myth, and tradition. Her sculptures of indigenous motherly figures and mythic animals can attest to can attest to this.
Wow.
I was thinking the same thing, John. Again, the way the light hits this piece gives it a really powerful essence, I guess we could say. It's very beautiful. Very simple, very strong, very moving. This one to me feels bronze. Now, she did do casting. It doesn't talk very much about that in this piece.
They said that one was bronze too this time.
Yeah. I think carving was her preferred method, but she did do bronze casting.
Is that a carve or a cast?
I believe this is a bronze, a casting.
It is a bronze.
Another female figure.
Oh, it was polished.
So I'm going to go through these quickly now. I think you can get a sense of her work from what we've seen so far. I don't have too much more to add. One of the interesting things about the end of her life, she and her siblings donated her and her sister's work to Bolivia, and they created a museum primarily of her and her sister's work and donated the museum and the artworks to the country of Bolivia.
Wow.
Not sure that this might be alabaster. Very maternal. One of the women is holding what I think is a child.
The other one is a grandma, she says.
It's a grandma.
The other one.
Oh, the other's the
Yeah.
grandma. Could be a sister. Could be a daughter. I love how the woman holding the child is leaning on the other woman. What do you think, for support? I love that.
Do you know where this piece is located?
I do not know.
What is blue green patina? Yes. Blue green patina.
Oh, it could be a patina.
It's stone with blue green patina. What is patina?
Oh, patina is when something is rubbed into either the stone or the bronze to give it that color and sometimes a shine.
It says stone with that.
Yeah, so
How do you-
it could be a kind of oil that's used to rub in to create the color. Yeah. It's usually an oil, I believe. A frozen. Yeah, it looks like it could have been carved from ice, in fact.
Liz, in-
Yes, sir.
In her pieces that I've seen so far, I like the way that she uses the motion. Her sculptures are in action.
Yes.
Like they're moving.
Good point. There is a lot of motion in her work, which is difficult to achieve in sculpture. Very difficult.
And it's not straight up and down, it's off centered.
Is that the alarm? Oh, it's.
It is, not to worry, it will stop soon. Yeah, it's not a fire alarm. This may be the final piece. Quite beautiful, I think. It's not the best slide, unfortunately.
Oh, it's an inclined woman.
Yes, it's a woman laying down, but she's curved upwards as if she's leaning against pillows behind her back. So her body is in just such a gorgeous curve, upward curve.
Without head.
No head,
No.
Because
no head.
She wants you to imagine.
And there are other sculptors, other cultures who portray the female and the male figure with no head, no arms, no feet. So Ms. Nunez del Prado is not the only sculptor who has done it in this way. This is an abstract figure,
Venus de Milo.
a Venus de Milo, but she lost her head and arms, not on purpose. I mean, she was not carved that way. Those pieces were either cut off or lost.
I think they, during transportation of the piece, the sculpture, okay, pieces start to fall off.
Yeah, not this one. This one was carved intentionally to have no head and arms and legs. I don't know why the sculptor did it this way, but wish she was here so we could ask her. So she died in Lima, Peru, where remember, she did move there to live with her husband on September 9th, 1995.
Wow.
Oh, no, there's more. Here's another piece.
Amazing. Wow.
That one has a height.
This one has a head and a face,
It's a person leaning over their leg.
and she has a baby on her back.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep,
See this
she's
one?
carrying the baby in a backpack. Probably a
On our
wee
right,
peel. She's got a wee peel wrapped around her back. This one almost feels like a lioness to me, or a seal. It does. It's an animal-human mix, this one. Oh, and she did also do realistic portraiture. So she had extraordinary skill as a sculptor. So this is a cast bronze. The head was made first in clay and then cast. And this one does have a metal rod supporting the weight. Another one. I love, love, love this one. Mother with child. Love the simplicity of this.
It looks like the mother's kissing the forehead.
Absolutely looks like the mom is kissing the baby's face. Maybe this is the, oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Oh, and this is more of her abstraction. This is the work she did later in her career, towards the end of her life. This looks like it's been carved from basalt or granite.
Liz, I
Beautiful shadows.
I would suggest
Yes.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. Who said that? Yes. This one really has a flesh quality to it. I think because of the way the light hits the metal or the marble, whatever material it's made from.
and Liz, the rhythm of the design.
Yes, the twist of the torso is quite wonderful. Musicality was mentioned about her work, yes. All right. Any other thoughts or comments about Marina Nunez del Prado? So great. I wish that I was an art historian so that we could spend hours just discussing her work, but I am not, nor do we have time to do that. So I'm going to stop the share. And no one has any more comments at home or here? So what we are going to do today, I have two options. I have brought in air dry clay. I'm going to do a short demo for those of you who have not used clay or who would like a refresher course in how to use clay. I'm going to do a short demo in the basics of hand building with clay. Then I'm going to invite you to create your own form with clay. You may create a form in the style or in the theme of Ms. Nunez del Prado, whether it's an animal or a take on the female form. That is entirely up to you. If you are adverse to getting your hands dirty or you have somewhere important to go next and you are worried about getting messy, although those of you who were with me yesterday, I did warn you to wear your not best clothes today. If you don't want to get messy, I did bring in some paper, some charcoal, some soft pastels, and I invite you to copy a picture of Ms. Nunez's sculpture. You can draw it, you can do a two-dimensional rendering, a picture of her work on paper. It is a great way to practice your drawing skills. You can practice shading, highlighting, all the things that I have taught you in the past. Those of you who are my new students, have fun with clay today. All right, any questions about what we're doing today? I cannot put up Ms. Nunez del Prado's work on the big screen until I've done the demonstration. So if you have a smartphone, you can look up a picture of her work if you want to do a drawing. Any questions? Last chance. All right, new folks, all of the art supplies are at the back. Those of you who want to use clay, though, you can't because I have the clay cutter. I'm a sneaky devil. Here are the things you can get to prepare for using clay, however. There are paper plates if you want to work on top of the paper plate. There are cups. There is water. I recommend you get a little bit of water in a cup. Not a lot, just a little bit of water. There are 2 boxes of different kinds of clay tools, including plastic forks. Get a variety of kinds of clay tools to use and experiment with. There are paper towels, you're going to need them, and then come and sit down. Those of you who are veteran students, I'll cut you a piece of clay and then I'm going to do the demonstration. Questions? We're good to go then. Folks at home, I guess if you don't have clay, I don't know what to tell you. There are plenty of recipes online for making your own modeling compounds. Did I mention that in the email this week that you could make your own? I hope so. All right, let's go to work.
It's so quiet, I didn't hear you.
Well,
She's setting it up.
All right.
I'm setting it up.
Set
Set 'em up, Joe. For the camera.
in my usual place by the camera. So you can watch me on the big screen.
Did I answer your question, Eileen? Pardon? Did I answer your question?
No, I was saying, what do you?
Oh, I was unpinning her.
Yeah,
And
you're
she-
showing yourself,
Yeah,
they're pinning the camera.
Oh, that's because I was on the camera. How'd I look, pretty?
And
That's
also,
good.
when you go home today, I do have baggies. I haven't put them out yet, but you can carry your clay home in a bag. I am not keeping clay. Should we unslip? Don't use.
Yes. Say back. Watch your. Why? Here. Not yet. Who loves these the juices that he was finding? What did he? I'm putting him so we would throw him. Okay, no, I'm not. Like, how could I discreetly throw away with her right to that attitude to begin with. Yeah, but we can see this when she gets herself set up. I don't understand. This is like. We've done it. Have you been here? I have, but I can't remember. I remember. It's the car was excited. So stood up. I remember. He would make something and then, like, I remember we had a play and he was like, you got. Oh, we'll see how this person. Oh, okay. Press it on the play. Yeah. And then I had it kill him. Okay, sorry, you're all hovering around here, and I'm gonna go over here. That's right. Both my brothers. Okay, so we can see. All right, I'm starting the demo. For those of you who want to watch, you can look on the big screen or you can watch me from behind the camera. It's probably the best location. So this is called a wire cutter. It's the easiest way to cut clay. Clay comes from mud. That's all it is. Mud. And fresh clay you can slice through just like butter. Are you using clay today? Yes. That's it. That's why I'm cutting today. We got more later. You can start the first one. First one? All right, let's see. The other thing to know about clay is it's filled with air. You want to try and get the air out of the clay because as air warms up, it expands. As it expands, it moves outwards. As it moves outwards, it creates cracks in the clay. The cracks will make the clay break. So you need, first of all, to do what's called wedging. Wedging is when you gently press the clay. You're not doing this. You're not banging the clay. You're just gently pressing the clay and turning as you go. You're creating a cube form. And the reason you want to create this cube is so that you know you're hitting all sides of the clay. You get the air. And you want to do this for a few minutes. And exactly, yes, this gets the air out, pops all the air bubbles, so that as the clay dries, it won't crack.
this particular clay that you use, can it be fired?
No, this
What
is
is it?
air dry clay. We don't have access to a kiln for free. There are kilns in Hoboken, but you must pay to have your clay fired. It's an expensive process. It takes a lot of electricity. Now, you can work on the paper plates. I brought the paper plates because some of you may want to carry it home like this. You don't have to use the paper plate. One word of advice about the paper plate, eventually the paper will start sticking to the clay. So you need to know that. There are different ways to build with clay. You want to keep the clay moist. The way to do that is to wet your fingers. Don't stick the clay in water, it will make it too wet. If you work water into the clay using your fingers, you can pull and push form in the clay as you work to shape whatever it is you want to build. I don't have time to make something for you, but pushing and pulling, twisting the clay is one way to build. You can make coils. And you can build by using coils. You can build up, you can build out, you can form with coils. When you join pieces of clay together, you must meld them together by wetting your fingers and slipping them. We call this slipping the clay together. You should also, when joining two pieces of clay together, score the surface. Scoring is when you texture the surface of the piece of clay that you're attaching, and then the surface of the piece of clay that you're joining it to. So, scored on the surface you want to stick on, and score on the surface that you're attaching it to. And then you wet your fingers and slip the two pieces together. So coiling, slipping, those are the basic methods of hand building. You always want your base to be bigger than the top of your piece in order to support the weight if you're building up. Any questions? There are all kinds of tools. Tools can be used for texturing, for drawing. Clay is wonderful for drawing. You can slab your clay into a flat piece and make a tile. And then draw it.
So you can make coils or and both and make a slab and many
Yeah,
slabs.
you can make a flat first
and put those
as
slabs
your
together.
base. And then you can coil up if you want. Oh, and the final thing, you can pinch. And make a hollow base. And you can build in this way and build up. But always remember to score and slip. As you go. Leave your fingerprints. That's what makes it look like art. It's not marble. You're not going to ever be able to leave it completely smooth. All right? Come on over here, line up. I'm gonna start cutting the leg for everybody. Deliver you to you.
Okay, I'm good.
You using clay?
No, I'm using paper.
What about you?
Paper.
Wait.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna come to you guys. Take a seat. I'll come to you. If you want clay, when I come by, just say yes.
What's the name?
I gave her.
Oh, it's so fast.
Yeah.
They're really quick.
Slices like that.
Okay, I like them.
Yes or no?
No, I just want.
Yes.
No, it just looks, I mean, you know.
You need a cup of water. And your tools. You had all the time to get tools. You need that.
Where's the car?
It makes the pieces stick together. Stay together. It's like Velcro.
No, I'm not, I mean, I sort of, you know. Right there, so that.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Want let me. Always use a little bit of water, score first and slip second. Don't forget to wedge your leg and the air bubbles out first. Push and turn to make that cube.
This gentleman's gonna come work on this land that you, this, go around with you. Go around.
Come to me and I'll give you clip.
And then we sit there.
If you need more. I can come back.
One way to play is go around, but it's the very.
Come stand by me, right? Right.
It's gonna get a chance to this. Thank you for helping, appreciate it. It's English.
Did you bring your own plate?
No, I got.
This is right behind you when you're ready.
Okay, thank you.
No.
Once I've given to everyone who wants it, I can come back and give you more, okay? Just want to make sure everybody has some. But I think we have plenty of clip. Well. I would let you cut your own, but. So. Clay is quite expensive. Yeah, I just want to make sure it's fairly distributed. In a moment, I'm going to put a picture up of Ms. Nunez del Prado's work for those of you who want to draw. Sometime during this lesson, if you want to be on my email list, and then try not to let the clay fall on the floor, but I just dropped a big chunk. It's hard to get off the floor. There's no perfection in it. Unless you are a machinist.
Where did you see that? I said it from up there.
Yeah, that's, as far as I'm concerned, AI can be an art form, but it is not art. It is a tool used in art. Manipulated by.
I'm hearing everybody. I know. Watch it.
I know. That you can help. Oh,
It's still like, you know, when I make it, which is.
One more minute, I'm gonna put our sculptor's work. I also would prefer that I cut the clay first. Once someone else handles the clay, that's their germs on it. Clay becomes used. The rest of the group. Well, it's my germ, so I have. Oh, come on. If it's my germ, so of course I'm the one touched. Since I paid for it. Alright, so I am now, before I put the picture up, I'm putting out the box of Ziploc storage bags. So that when you are ready to go home. If you want to keep your clay usable, reusable, take a Ziploc bag.
All day. That's what she said. I think that after you're, you need a little bit. Or fudge. But, yeah. You probably play a trick on something.
I take a picture.
Yeah, really.
Take a picture and I did that.
Wed to fingers. Wed and work on each other. No comments. All right, I will cut more clay if you need it, but first I have to put the picture up.
Yeah.
Ms. Nunez del Prado's work. On tying up the clay so it doesn't dry out and the wire cutter with me. You have to be patient, but you need more clay. Sorry. Only, Alice has been waiting so patiently.
Some of them will be gone soon.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Liz.
Great job.
Are we ready for me to put a picture up? Okay. Right. All right. Let's try a white one. Might be easier to see. Now, if you've already started a drawing and this picture doesn't work with your drawing, get another piece of paper. Oh, wait, I don't like this one. It's too hard to see. Sorry, Alice. Let me get another picture. Woke you up, right? Let's try the bird. The bird was really easy to see. The bird went away. Hold on. We'll try this one. I don't know where the bird went.
The people play, so that's great.
Okay, finally. That's a good image. There's some nice contrast. You good, Alice? You can see it. Diane, you can see it. Those of you who are drawing, you can see this. Okay. Those of you who are working with clay, you don't have to copy this. This would be very difficult to make in clay. You could make something similar to this. You can do a figure, you could do an animal form, you could do a completely abstract geometric form. What are you trying to do, John?
The clay sticks to the plate.
Yes.
So if you take water and put it on the plate before you use your clay, it won't stick.
Okay, let's get you some new water, Eileen, please, because.
Oh, that's right. Oh, well, sorry about that. You know, I won't, I was just thinking.
Thank you, John, for your help. That was very kind. If you wet the clay with a little bit of water, less chance of the clay sticking to the plate. Okay, so I'll get you more water.
Yeah, what was wrong with that one? You went too much. water.
No, I touched.
It's germ.
I know, but Liz, when you touch pencils and frame files. Oh, germs.
But this is more direct. I would prefer that you not touch each other's clay or water. It's a little more hygienic. I have worked for years with clay. Clay picks up mold and bacteria faster than any other material on the planet. So
It's because it's
I
not,
would prefer we're a little more cautious with clay than other materials.
Oh, Liz, you just reminded me of something. In the process, like,
Let me get some more water for Eileen, please, and then you can tell me your memory. I can't wait to hear it. Hold on. All right, John, go ahead.
you don't want your clay to start out. You say what's, you know.
Get there. Up until 30 to 50. Don't worry, that's gonna get everything.
Yeah, if you did,
And did you need more clay?
yeah, not right now. You take an old T-shirt, which is common practice, and you cut it up and wet it and squeeze the water out. You can wrap that around your figure to prevent it from dry.
Yes, you can.
That's
You can, it's a very, very good way to prevent clay from drying out. You're absolutely correct.
use this.
Anybody at this stage need more clay?
I love the way that nature.
This is a terrific way to learn how to draw, so keep going. Jane.
just walk through the park and you'll see the bear.
I have used clay, it's not my preferred, I'm a fabric. We did well.
Because tablecloth really
Okay.
which is
So that they don't- So that couple that you, this is a lot. Got it? For Eagles? Yes. I don't remember which couple you. We had two kids. Yes. Yeah. Do they want to hold up and be able to? Yeah, if you are by Seventh and Jackson Street, I'm very proud of
that's
this.
right, thank you.
We have a mural that is a new mural. It is a true community project. We asked for photographs from the people who live in that neighborhood. You don't have to use the paper plate, by the way. Work right on the plastic.
Yeah, that's what.
We asked for photographs from people who live in that neighborhood, photographs of family and friends that they feel contributed to the life in Hoboken. And they submitted photographs, and people in the art advisory committee that I just happen to be the chair of, the art advisory committee in Hoboken, selected photographs with the help of these community members. And we now have a mural of those people, some of whom are living members of the community. And they came to our ribbon cutting ceremony, family, friends, and subjects of this mural came to our ribbon cutting ceremony on Monday. And the mural is now open to the public. It is at 7th and Jackson Street, right at the entrance to the new Damon Murray Gym and the new Resiliency Park at 7th and Jackson and 7th and Monroe. It's that block, that area.
Excuse me, did they paint the pictures or reproduce the photographs, you know what I mean, on the mural?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both. So the photographs were recreated by an artist named Emily Strauss, who she has a mural company here in Hoboken. Children helped with the blocking and composition of the mural, but Emily herself did the painting. So it's a really hands-on community effort. And it was a wonderful collaboration, and I'm very, very proud of. It's what public art should be. And we are recognizing real members of our community in a piece of artwork. And the best part was that the people who are subjects of the mural are living relatives of deceased people in the mural. We're so happy and proud to see actual people that they know on the mural. There is no signage up yet about the mural. We're working on the best way to do it. We want all kinds of people to understand who is in the pictures, what their names are, what their contributions have been. So we're trying to think, should it be QR code, but then there are people who aren't tech savvy? Should it be some kind of interactive audible sound system? We thought about just painting people's names on the mural, but then there are people who are visually impaired. So we're gonna figure it out. In fact, when I put it up on Facebook, that was the first comment that somebody made, who are the people on the mural?
Liz, is that your Facebook account or some different kind?
It's on my Facebook. Well, you can,
Oh.
the mayor put it up, so if anybody follows the mayor, if you follow the mayor, it's in his account. I believe the Hoboken Art Advisory Committee has a Facebook account. So you can search for the Hoboken Art Advisory Committee. That may be on the, you know where that might be? It might be on the Hoboken City website.
Hoboken Girl.
Hoboken Girl had an article about it,
Oh, okay, okay.
so search for it there. They had an article about the ribbon cutting ceremony, and there was a video, Alina, right? There was a video by Hoboken Girl, I think. Showed large
I saw the
parts of
picture,
the
but
mural.
not the video.
Also, this weekend, those of you who either live around Jersey City or in Jersey City, there is JCast, which is a very large art event where artists from all over Jersey City are showing art, including Evelyn Doy. My husband will be in the show in Jersey City. I don't know the exact location, but he thinks it's at wherever they're having a kickoff event. You've got a lot of artwork in the show. Lot of his carpet pieces. He paints on everything, including carpet that he finds on the streets of Hoboken, and they're amazing, enormous pieces of artwork. And then I'm in the Mana Contemporary Open Studio Tour, which is October. I meant to bring this invitation.
I have a picture of the front back of that thing.
Is it the 18th, Donna? When is the March protest? Is either the 19th? Then the Mana Open Studio Tour is the 19th.
And Liz, you can also go to the Mana Contemporary building.
Website, they have,
It's
To the
Sunday,
actual building.
October 19th from
And
12
down
to
to the
6.
foyer, they have.
Yes.
You know, every event that is happening.
yes, they do.
Yeah.
They do, and on their website, they announce everything too. So why is that flopping over? Do you know?
I don't know, I want to get over.
Why is it flopping over? They're my logical concrete thinker. There's a scientific reason. Oh. You know, well, it's
Gravity.
I'm
sorry.
Which part?
This is still heavy.
Top part?
Yeah, it's rough.
That's so obvious, I never even thought.
Well, that's how you learn.
Make it
So-
smaller.
Or thinner. You can make it thin. Try that. Too much water. Won't need that much water.
See,
Yeah, no.
got some good advice here.
And slip.
No, not either.
My body will want, but when it dries, yeah, it's a little too thin. You want to score and
Dirty or.
Oh, it looks like it was scratching.
little bit thin,
Do this.
even if it's not in proportion, I want it to stay.
I started out with a Cooper and I got this Virgin Mary leaning over. Virgin Mary's found something. Oh, that was great. I was still looking through it.
Oh, I don't think I really could. No, I didn't.
Let's see, Alice, let's see.
The lights. Yeah, one
Try
time.
the ladies.
Well, I don't know.
Look at that, I mean, she had good time. Actually, look at Alice, you got the right shape, yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, come on, that's not. Right. Yeah, okay.
Not a story.
Put it upside down, and now I don't wanna do mine. I just have to realize it's on the rise.
I know I got healthy. Look at that. I'm glad
If I can come around and pull parts of your clay off, it means you have not scored and slipped properly.
Ooh, ooh. That's in your words.
I gave you a lot.
Slip and score. Don't slip and fall. Don't slip and fall, slip and score.
Oh, but I know, I couldn't give you. a lot. Very nice. Remember, if you wanted to,
Time you do something to change, what's the difference?
what I do, remember? The shade, just. Keep it more. One. Some very nice highlights. With one is very. I like it with the bright light. Well, my turn. Hopefully I'm not sick. Oh, it's too long. I know, I'm just important. I know, I'm just. If you wanna make a snack, I recommend you do on LinkedIn.
Here's the thing, in the Museum of Modern Art, there's this stone soldier. Boy, it's just.
Okay, like foils?
Yeah, but the caption is my wife. That's always cool.
I'm not making it up. I'm saying things that I see in just by noodling around. I saw the snake and I saw the virgin hair. Now I don't know how. I'm looking at a pretzel. I have a pretzel that I don't.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what.
Yeah.
It's-
Bye, thanks for coming, I'm impressed. Feel better out there.
Right?
I'm impressed.
She made a long trip on the bus, right?
Yeah, no, I cracked a tooth and I'm in like,
Oh.
yeah, so I have tomorrow, I have.
That is devotion to art.
Oh, thank you.
Well. Oh, I would not have gone myself.
Being paid home, right?
Might as well be.
Enjoying myself.
Wine.
Right.
I don't think like, last night, really, when you're laying in bed, there's nothing to distract you. That's when it's Jackie. And then, also, I'm sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our unique Friday.
Now his, Blackbird Jerry.
Oh.
We'll see you next week. Yeah, it's a little long.
Slide her up. Tomorrow.
I don't
Draw.
I don't expect me.
I will, I think. Oh, my cousin also. I get rid of that.
Not too much water. Not too much water, because then it overlaps. Wet your finger, water and gradually. Now I'm gonna get maybe a little darker.
It's fine, but this time report a young. It's what, young, beautiful. Jump, wow. Jay, you went to every charity
Now
down
you're
here.
gonna play, this is wood, so. This area is not possible. Not very started. Okay, you want more? You don't have very much. You get a little bit more. So, here, that's okay. I'm pretty sure we will.
Does anybody have something on that doesn't have
Really what?
Excuse me, folks, some people need quiet.
Thank you.
Any play that you don't use today, bring home with you. The bag.
The spoon, not ready to take on it. You want that name good?
Yeah.
Oh, you need.
Funny one.
And why? Or.
All right.
Oh,
I can check on the folks at home. Okay, remember to blend
Yeah.
to create form. And this is a round, so curve, follow the curve. Very good. You have a shape, see? It has a shape down perfectly.
Liz, do you know the time right now?
11:23.
It's a framework. And you can work right on the process. Yeah, lots of people are drawing. Remember to blend the shadow in order to make it look 3D. Remember how we do that? There you go. I'm coming, I'm trying to get to you. And you just seem just a little bit too far away. I'm coming to you next. Susan, you good? You don't have clay, or do you? No, sorry. See, you should come in person. Oh, the Green Fair is this Saturday here in Church Square Park. Anybody who's interested in helping me out at the table I'm gonna be sitting at?
I will.
Just so I can go to the restroom every once in a while.
Liz, what
Look,
time?
I don't know where in Church Square Park I'll be, but I will be at the Food and Water Watch table.
Where's the location again?
Church Square Park.
Oh, okay. And do you know the time?
Yes, I believe runs from 11 till 5.
Till 6:00.
So,
All the relevant information.
Thank you, appreciate it. Just, you don't have to stay, but just if I need to go to the restroom, I need that.
oh, I'm an announcement. Anybody that is interested in music and singing, they just started back up the Goldenrod Corral.
Okay.
at the multi-center, of which I'm part. And we did a performance last year at 3 different locations, the St. Lutheran Church. The vocal teacher, we did.
Awesome, John, but now.
Go to multi-center to get information.
Let's get back to work.
You can see the performance from St. Peter and Paul's online.
Thank you, John.
But you could join as well.
What kind of music?
We
It
did
looks
all
like a snake to me. The thing is we put the couches.
It's like they did a song from a musical from.
Anyway, it's usually
South
not
Pacific, and they did,
Guys, let's share this information at the end. Sorry, I started. And I didn't mean to distract us. Let's get focused. We don't have that much time left. Oh, good question. So, how to dry your soap? You want to leave it anywhere that's warm and dry. You don't want to put it somewhere that's damp, because then it will start to mold. So, like on a window ledge in a sunny spot is terrific. I wouldn't leave it on this paper plate. Because that will slow the drying process down. If you have an old ceramic plate, that would probably be the best thing to leave it on. I have plastic bags. You can put it in a Ziploc bag and carry it home that way. You can get a fresh paper plate to put it on to carry it home if you don't want to mush it in a bag. But don't leave it on the paper plate when you bring it home. Try and transfer it to something dry.
Pretty good. I think it's good. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, yeah. It's very. Right. And it also has a new bag, it's like ready to get you, right?
It's called Air Dry Clay. This clay I got at the 23rd and 22nd and 6th Avenue Dick Blick. Dick Blick is a major art supply company.
It's very. Yeah, my hands are fine, yeah. It's supposed to be the cleaner. I'll just go home.
We don't know why. That's okay.
Nicole.
So there's something else that we can do.
It's a lizard, right? I'm not sure, you know, I think you told me, but I know one's Nicole. But you don't have this, and you know, just, hi, cool, I don't say hi.
Yeah.
Long name, you know, but
I can already tell.
I found that people were very, open.
yeah, actually, you're working, like, I haven't,
Both.
yeah, I don't think any other projects.
Variance.
Yeah, I was doing. The system.
Yeah. So you want to attach that to the screen. And the arms are in here.
Are you interested in, you know, right?
Yeah, you're right. Yes, that's right. It's hard not to want to talk in my voice, but let's try today to really focus on our parking. When you get home, you're gonna just get some. And that is hard, like if they have a lot. I'll just shove it in, let's dry. And it makes it.
You may want to get a glass jar or something to support this. Glass jars. Glass jar. Beautiful. You know, it's beautiful. You don't have to clean the play tools. What is that? I don't clean them, I just get rid. There's no point to clean. No, the tools you would use over and over. You just put the tools back. My first is clean. That's what I'm great. Yeah, do not throw the clay tools out, just put them back in the box you got it from. We reuse the clay tools, even the plastic fork, plastic spoons, I wanna keep them. So just return them to the container you got them from. The clay is yours to keep. If you don't like what you made, you can re-wedge it, put it back in that cube shape, and reuse it. Just keep it moist. Make sure you zip up that Ziploc bag. Try and get as much air out of it as possible. You can keep your sticks. This man.
Tiny beats.
Love it. Child's pose.
Yeah. It's meant to be down, so I guess they can't really like eat. They're sitting up and they talk about weight loss.
What is it? Yeah. Real worth it. What you go with you, how? Okay. Yeah.
They drew.
Hold the door. Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, okay.
little bit of an iron.
Oh, there's somebody in here.
I'm definitely planning on being. I already signed up.
No, I take this on.
Number.
Go to the, where did you, to getting on the plane, you want to put it in the air. Yeah. Oh.
Did you? Okay, we have a few minutes to clean up. Sharing today is gonna be difficult. I would prefer today, listen up, guys. I would prefer that we keep working instead of sharing today, because lifting our sculpture is gonna risk breaking it. I would recommend that you walk around and look at what people have made. Many of you like taking pictures of each other's work. Please ask first, ask the artist before you take pictures. But I'm a little nervous about sharing and trying to lift the clay today, because I don't want anything over. Remember, there are plastic bags. Some of the bags should, all the bags should be big enough for you to put even the larger sculptures in.
Oh.
Throw away the paper plate if you're not taking your work home on the paper plate. But don't throw away any of the clay tools, the sticks, the forks, metal tools, obviously, I want that. if there's a lot of clay on the tools, just wipe it off over the garbage can. You don't have to wash and dry. Yes. This is not helpful, but this, put the tools back in the container they came from. And if there's a knife that's coated with clay, wipe it off. So I would say another couple minutes, clean up. Instead of sharing, walk around and show folks what you made. Just no. Some of the tools came from this bag. They're not all going to fit in this box. If you're yes. Do not leave the tools on a paper plate. That's not where you found them. I just ordered. Check how many paper plates you have too, please. They tend to stick together. Your hands are clean. Try and separate the paper plates. Did you enjoy that? You have to pour in the city.
But I'm gonna see my play.
No, no more play. We're done. Sorry. Sorry. No more play today, Donna. I'm gonna save this for another class. Yeah, together. Yeah, if you're having difficulty removing your sculpture from the plastic, come and get me. I will use the clay wire, the wire cutter to. You have to pull this. Now we made loose. All right, time for everyone to clean up now. Enjoy it. Yeah. You're getting my. Did you look in your spam? Yeah. Oh, right, sure. I haven't answered. Yeah, or they have seriously. They don't. Oh, these like you can use.
You know, like, like her. Let's do that. Yes.
This is inside out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure well done. Isn't it fun drawing in the clay? It's very fun. Those last ones, like something. She's not that's tired. Yeah. That's how bad it is. I think it's great. So I think all the Diana is fun.
If they are when they try, or should they like?
You can paint it. You can paint it.
But it's also like.
I prefer the natural. Yeah.
Thank you again.
Abigail, sorry, you must, okay. I see.
Oh, the other one? The other one.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, you don't care.
That was. I did.
Oh, because I said.
Need to react.
So I said about your.
Yeah. I did.
It's beautiful. Whatever, snake.
It's beautiful.
I started out with something.
But look, you figured out how to make it stand out. You learned about creating forms in it. Learn.
I don't know that.
Yeah,
Yes, I learned, that's the most important.
it is.
I thought that was something on the ground.
So it's a common way of hand writing we love to.
Thanks.
It's soon, everybody.
Thank you, Liz.
Maybe on Saturday at the Green.
What time is it?
11 till 5. Oh, you want to come with the baby because there's lots of stuff for kids.
Yeah, let me do that.
Yeah. So we're not going to share today because it's. You did great. And you can, if you want, you can put it in plastic and it won't dry out, then you can reuse it. You're gonna leave it here.
I just say. I just came here to,
Okay.
to enjoy myself, stress, that's it.
All right, well, I'm glad you came. It was great seeing you, and I hope to see you next week.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Abigail. Yeah. The restroom.
That line from it.
All right, good.
So what's this? Oh, I really, here, she watching. The children move up, I think. You know, I'm just sort of like walk. But I.
So I'm going to stop the share. I hope everyone enjoyed our journey to Bolivia today, looking at the work of Marina Nunez del Prado. Those of you who are here working directly with clay, we had a great time. Those of you at home, whether you use clay or explored your drawing skills, I hope you enjoyed. I invite everyone to go see art, to do art, to experience art in any way you can. Now that we're in the changing seasons, I hope you get out to see the colors change. And I will see you all next week.